All right, well, welcome to Session 7 of The Secret of the Dragon Emperor. When we last met, we were just finishing up inside Oracle Cave. And rather than fighting the Oracle, which would have been truly horrific, we managed to use our wits and strike a deal to get the orcs that had set up shop in a nearby keep to leave. And she returned the infant Rorik to us that was kidnapped from Outskirt by some bandits, which said bandits have met a grisly demise. We did encounter one of those bandits. He had gone crazy, and I think it was Agatha finally stabbed him to death. Someone stabbed him to death. I'm not sure who it was, but he atoned for his crimes with his life. We now are out of the cave. I think everyone was able to sleep except for Brêg. I think we were all in nice, comfortable spiderweb hammocks that were woven for us. And as morning dawns over the misty veil, I believe our path forward was to Outskirt to return this boy, and then towards the Temple of the Purple Flame. Does that sound correct?
Yes,
That did indeed
so.
be the plan, yeah.
Let me see. Let's see if I can measure the distance to Outskirt. It's going to be 27. A total is 57 kilometers. You can travel 15 in a shift, so that's going to be 3 shifts of travel that we will need to undertake. We can do 2 in a day. If we do more than 2, we can do a forced march, but then there are penalties to that. Otherwise, we will be camping somewhere. So to lead us out of the Iron Forest, we will need a bushcraft roll to get us onto the path. Who wants to do that?
Phineas is willing to do that. He has a 14 for bushcraft. Well, that wrong turn was disheartening.
There we go. Got a little turned around in the woods, but then you managed to find the trail, and we reached the trail without running into quicksand or any other significant difficulties. Let me roll a die here. Along the way, Phineas, if you're leading the way here, you notice a great number of tracks, as though a small, I don't want to say an army, but like a squad may have passed through here, or a mob, maybe 15 or so people, 10 to 20, we'll say, maybe 15 people have come this way, and they have come along this path essentially for you catch the first part of their trail here as you enter the path, and they seem to be heading down in the direction that you are traveling.
Do they look like people-sized tracks or goblin-sized tracks?
Give me a spot hidden roll.
Can I use my magnifying glass for
Yes, this would be a good time to use that. As you get down and look, these are definitely more man-sized feet, and they look to be, judging by the distance between some of the footprints as you study them, probably about 5.5 feet, 6 feet tall, roughly. Basically man-sized.
Well, it's possible this is some of those knights that we had met earlier on the road.
Tylos was one of the knights. You do not see any sign of hoofprints. If they were knights, they were not mounted.
I will point out these footprints to everyone else so that we can keep watch out.
If one of you wants to make a hunting and fishing roll, you may be able to determine how recent these tracks might be.
My hunting is 7.
Same.
Does anybody have better?
Phineas is a 6, so you're one better than him.
All right, I'll do it.
Go for it, Agatha. Oh, hey.
Hey!
It looks like these are relatively fresh. There's not much disturbance on there. There's no leaves have fallen in there. No sign that anything has passed over them. So probably within the last 24 hours. You've got the path going to the southeast. The tracks are going along. Do you want to continue in that direction following those tracks, or do you want to kind of search the nearby area to see if you can get any more information about where they may have come from? Which will take some time. Well, sorry, go ahead.
I would say maybe if they're going in the general direction that we're needing to go, we could follow them.
Yeah, let's do another bushcraft roll to follow them. You get about halfway, as far as you can travel in a shift, about halfway through your shift. Right here, you see that the tracks then begin to head south, just below you, whereas your journey will continue on to the east. Do you want to continue towards Outskirt, or do you pause to follow these tracks?
I'm not sure if we're suited to, if they're headed towards the mountains, if we're properly rationed for that.
I know I want to get Ruprecht back to his family.
Yeah, you do have this little boy with you. Maybe don't go stumbling into a battle with potentially armed assailants. Continuing on your shift, you reach the outskirts of Deepfall Breach in that old church where Ingolfer resides. This will be 2 shifts of travel. At this point, you could spend a shift foraging, hunting, fishing. Otherwise, you'll need to make camp and rest, and then rest for the night here. Do not find any herbs.
I almost found all the alchemical regions on the way in.
Right? Oh gosh. Agatha, you actually startle a small clutch of rabbits that would have made a delicious target, and they scurry off into their barrows, and you know that you have likely missed out on the chance to have a fine, fresh meal. Instead, it's hardtack and cheese for you again.
Rations again.
So we will need to all eat a ration. Is that for foraging, Phineas, or is that to make your bed?
That was to make my bed. I cannot find a good spot.
No. Now, you are close to that old church. Do you go in there? You do know Ingolfer. Perhaps he would let you sleep inside the church?
I suppose we did leave on somewhat good terms, so perhaps I will get in there to sleep.
Does anyone want to go with Phineas, or do you choose to stay on the outskirts of Deepfall Breach?
Go check on the old wolf.
Agatha, being a child of the wild, she'll find a nice corner somewhere outside.
Yeah, go ahead and give me that bushcraft roll. Yeah, you find a very comfortable patch of clover you could bed down in. It's very, very nice. In fact, you can see that some deer have bed down here in the not-so-distant past, and this must be a good spot. Thaddeus, are you staying outside, or are you going into the old ruined church with Phineas?
Yeah, I think Thaddeus managed to find a nice little spot for himself somewhere outdoors.
And Brêg, you desperately need to sleep. In fact, you will probably... I should have had you roll some willpower rolls. You would lose some willpower. Once you hit 0, you would fall asleep. I think you're going to have no problem sleeping. I won't even make you make a roll here, as your willpower is already low. So...
Yeah, Brêg is not... he is not representing his elvish ancestry very well with... sleeping out of doors, apparently.
You're more of the glamper, but that's okay. I need a roll from Julianna to sleep, or you're going into the church. You said. As you head into the church, and Golfer is there, poring over his maps. You're back again, here to test the breach, or does your business take you elsewhere? And he sees the small boy. Oh. Is this young Rorik? I have heard of him. Tell me the tale of where you found him. His parents will be greatly worried.
He was in the Oracle Cave, as you said.
Yes.
The Oracle was hosting him, and we were able to come to an accord whereby she got rid of a number of unwanted visitors, including young Rorik here.
You made peace with Sakshal. You are more formidable than I first anticipated.
We made an agreement with Sakshal. I do not believe that either of us thinks that we are friends.
No, that agreement likely ended when you both received that which you had agreed upon. Should you return again, you would not return as friends, but a neutral party. She would not wish you ill, but if she's hungry, you can never be certain.
Yeah, I think neutral is the best we could hope for from that.
Yes. Well, if you wish to sleep here in the church, I will trade you the shelter, keep the rain off you in exchange for more tales of your journey. And then Golfer invites you to place your bedrolls here in the church. He's got some rotted pews. There's some that are still standing you could sleep on if you want to be elevated off the floor, or the floor serves him well, and he welcomes you to find whatever place is most comfortable for you. Then you will all need to eat a ration. Does anyone not have a ration?
I've eaten one.
Pouncy will have no problem finding mice in this church. It's stocked with these mice. In fact, in Golfer, every now and then you see him reach out his hand with incredible speed and come up with a mouse, which he promptly bites the head off of and then swallows the rest whole.
Pouncy's looking at Engulfer incredulously. There's a mixture of jealousy and awe.
Does Pouncy take a liking to Engulfer? Would she go up and, nuzzle up against his leg or something?
Oh, absolutely. After witnessing his hunting prowess, and the fact that he has not once but twice given us a place to rest where she's not lying on like the muddy ground and having to lick herself clean, she's pretty happy with that.
Yeah, he's the alpha here. He gently welcomes her up into his arms and strokes her. He whispers a few things into her ear, and you see her nuzzling her head up against his chin, and seems to have softened his old grizzled heart somewhat. And he welcomes her on his lap as he pores over maps and makes annotations in journals. You may all get the benefits of a long rest. think the only one that was hindered was Brêg. And then, as dawn breaks, Engulfer has prepared for you a small breakfast. It's some quail eggs and some little fried, little, almost like meatballs. As you bite into them, you can't help but notice that there's still bones in there and a little bit of fur. And he's just throwing them down. Pouncy would probably like these. The rest of you realize these are mice that he has deep fried, and you've probably eaten worse. As you continue the next stretch of your journey, let's do a bushcraft roll with a boon, because it's essentially open ground. Nice. And let me make a roll on the table here. Ah, okay. At about the point where you are on the map, Agatha, give me an awareness roll.
Ooh, it's going to be a Bane.
You
Still
notice something up ahead. There's a little stretch with some brush near the path, and as you're looking at that, something just seems off, and you suspect that there's perhaps someone hiding in that brush. And as you watch, your wariness pays off as you see some shadows moving in there. There's definitely someone or several people in that brush up ahead.
I'm going to quietly warn everybody that there's somebody up there, and someone should go up there and see what's going on besides me.
Someone imposing?
Somebody with a lot of hit points.
Thaddeus or Brêg? I think that would be one of the two of you. Do either of you, or together, do you want to go and roust whoever's in that brush out?
Yeah, I suppose. We don't know what it is, or I'd just shoot the bush, but that would be...
Well, do you want to just
know.
shoot the bush?
It could be a kid in there, It's not likely, but we'll check.
All right, yeah, we'll tag team this.
All right, I'll hold the bow on it and approach behind you.
Brêg, what do you say? Or do you just go up and, charge the brush?
Brêg's not going to charge, but we'll walk confidently up, maybe with with the hammer out, kind of move brush aside and try to see what there is to see, rather than yelling to announce our presence.
Yeah. As you get close to the brush, you can hear some of the leaves rustling against one another, and then you hear a voice kind of clear its throat, and a man jumps out of the brush about 15 feet, 5-ish meters in front of you. He has a sword drawn, and he's pointing his sword at you. He's a rat-like man with greasy smile that leaves much to be desired, both in terms of teeth and personal charm. "Hand over your valuables," he hisses, "or your lives and adventures end right here. There be more of us than there be of ye."
Uh-huh.
Oh, it's one of them.
Okay, Brêg laughs.
Yeah, not terribly intimidating.
Is it okay if we don't believe you? Can you prove it?
Yeah, let me take us to a map here. So, Agatha, we'll put you down here, along with Julianna and Phineas. I'm going to put Brêg and Thaddeus kind of up over here by this brush. And let me grab some bandits.
I swear, every time we pass this pond.
It's always here. We gotta quit walking past this place.
Demon vibes.
I mean, I gotta say, I approve of the audacity of this bandit. You know, these are two bloodied, like shockingly well
battle
armed.
tested. Yeah.
You know, he must really have great confidence in his band here. It's almost going to be a shame to turn him into paste.
I mean, he was right, though. There are more of them than there are of us. Unless you count Pouncy, and then we're even.
That's true. Go ahead and draw initiative cards, and we will get potentially a little battle going here. All right, Thaddeus, you're up first.
Okay. Well, who are we talking to?
So
Was it be the one right in front of me?
This is the bandit leader right here.
Okay. And I'm shooting him immediately,
Nice.
of course. Well, I'm going to try to shoot him. I want to get ahead of myself.
Oh, you're gonna shoot him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
You want to negate his armor or double your damage? There we go. Oof. Okay.
Okay.
He is bloodied.
Nice. That's a good start. Alright. I will move up to here and then end my turn.
Okay. Phineas, you're up next.
Well, I'm going to throw a sling stone.
Oh, excellent. Nice. This bandit will move up. And using his short sword, he is going to try and... oops, hang on. I show Brêg as prone. Let me fix that. He's going to try to topple you. He's going to try and make you prone. But you're not already prone. Oh, you need to make an evade roll. You need to beat a 4 or you will be toppled.
All right, that's... Okay, evade. With a Bane.
Oh. You want to push
Jerk.
it?
Oh, no. I'll just... Let's have a little lie down and then... whack him when I get up.
He sweeps the leg. This one steps up and will knife you with his short sword. As you are prone, he gets a boon plus an additional 1d6 points of damage. That is a hit. Do you want to try to parry or evade this?
Can I parry if I'm prone?
Yeah.
Then absolutely, and I'll...
You'll-
Oh, I now have defensive, right?
I believe you do. Yes, you do.
All right, so I will... let's use that, because I don't want to miss my chance to get some revenge.
And then make an attack roll and just click as a parry.
Okay. Oh, here we go.
And you succeed. Your weapon has durability 15. It will take only 3 damage, so no damage to your weapon. Agatha, your turn.
Well, this doesn't seem to be too much of a big scuffle, so Agatha is going to say it's not the size of the hero, it's the hero in the size of the thing.
Well said.
And she is going to stabby backstab.
Nice.
Okay. So I get a boon on the roll. And then an extra dice.
Yep, extra 1d8. Nice. Ooh. 20 points of damage.
That's as much as I can do.
Let me throw this on here. How do you take out that bandit?
Right at the base of the neck.
Nice.
He's just twitching on the ground.
This one's going to come in at the prone Brêg. That is a hit. Do you want to use defensive on this one as well, Brêg? You might be muted. Did you want to use defensive on this one? Alright. Oh, there we are. Excellent.
Yeah, sorry, I thought that rolled. I'm not sure
Yeah,
what happened.
No problem. You managed to parry. Damage to your weapon is... Oh, that's close. So 13, your weapon is not damaged. But you managed to parry that. And the last bandit comes in. He's going to move to over here. And he's going to take a swipe at Brêg that is prone. And that is a hit. Do you use defensive on this one?
Oh, brother. Yes.
Just swinging your hammer around as blows are raining down upon you.
Okay, that was a lot of willpower right there, but...
That is a success. And the damage is not enough to damage your weapon. Excellent. This one is going after Thaddeus. And it is going to try to topple Thaddeus. Oh, no, it does not. Drops his weapon at his feet. Julianna, your turn.
Said he's in the ankle. The ankle's got more resistance than they expect. Good to hear. You guys are very rude. I really can't see you beating us. But now, neither can you.
Oh, blind him?
I would cast blind. And there.
The Bandit Chief is blind until the end of your next turn.
So I actually can get everyone within 10 meters of me.
Oh, nice.
For one round.
Nice.
They can still attack, but they have to make an awareness.
Got it.
Yep.
Brêg.
I think after one round of being blind, they'll be ready to give up.
Okay. As a free action, you can stand up. I would assume you would do that, Brêg.
Oh, yes, please.
Okay, and then you go ahead and you can take your action.
And Brêg started this engagement in a good mood, but he is angry at this guy who knocked him down. Is that the guy in the middle here?
Oh,
or
so the guy that knocked you down died. He got backstabbed by Agatha.
Oh, well, thank you. I reluctantly turn away from his remains and let's
It's hard to see underneath your shield.
Nice.
see what we can do.
Ooh, holy smokes. You just pulp that guy's skull. He hits the ground, bits of brain, chunks of skull, and hair everywhere. You can move if you like. Let me get some of these bodies off the map here.
I'm not going anywhere. I have some quality time to spend with these two.
Nice. Let me give the bandit chief an awareness roll. He needs to beat a 10. No, he does not. He is unaware. He will let out a whistle, though, and that will be his action as he whistles from the hillside near the path. 3 bandits with bows show up.
I was hoping the bandit chief was a dwarf. He was going to whistle while he worked.
Julianna, your turn.
Well, seeing the bandit chief is no longer blind, nor particularly fast, I will try to serve him up.
Nice. Make him prone. Oh, he gets an evade roll.
Yep.
We'll give him an evade roll. He gets a bane on that. Nope, he's prone.
That will be turn.
Excellent. Bandit with the bow. Well, it can see the wizard over there. Phineas, do you want to try to evade that or take that arrow?
I will cast Stone Shield.
Okay. You need to prevent 7 points of damage. Is it 2d6? Is that what you roll?
Yes, it's 2d6.
Oh yeah, yep. You block all the damage as this, almost like a miniature pillar rises up in front of you to deflect that arrow. And that will cost you your action, because that was a reaction.
No, it doesn't cost you your action, I don't think.
Oh, you're right. Sorry. Yeah, you're right. It's not an action. It's a reaction. Sorry. Your turn, Phineas.
Well, I'm going to...
Yeah, it's the same as
move
using
behind this
defensive or something. That will
and
give
then
you
I
some
will-
cover. They will have a bane to hit you.
well, I'm going to do a fire blast at that one.
Excellent.
And then I'm just going to slump down behind this rock.
9 damage to that one. This one dropped his weapon. He's going to pick up his sword. This guy is going to fire an arrow at Agatha. And Agatha, do you want to try to evade that? Or parry
No.
if you have a shield? You will take 5 damage, minus your armor.
All right.
Brêg, your turn.
All right, we're gonna keep swinging.
Nice.
A little bonk.
Just a wee bonk. This one will fire an arrow at Brêg. And do you want to... Actually, you can't evade that. You could use defensive to parry, but only if you have a shield. Do you have a shield, Brêg? You do.
Brêg does have a shield.
Do you want to use defensive to parry this arrow? Otherwise, or you can take the hit.
Brêg will give it a try.
Okay.
With the defensive. Well, that puts him out of willpower points. So maybe.
Man, that went fast. Holy cow.
Yeah, maybe not yet. Let's save that for something a little spicier.
8 points of damage. That was a little spicy. I'll let you deal that damage to yourself. As this one will come in, and he is going to stick you with his sword. He's going to try to find the weak spot on Brêg. And no, he does not. This bandit's going to move down and slash at Agatha.
That one's blind as well until the end of his turn.
Oh, he's blind? Okay. He's making an awareness roll. Nope, does not make it.
Yeah, none of them are blind anymore.
Okay. Bandit Chief Boss. He will activate Berserker, which basically gives him the angry condition. He attacks the nearest opponent. He gets a boon on his melee attacks, but he can neither parry nor dodge. And he is going to go after Julianna.
Yes, you should.
It's not your turn. Do you have any reaction that might get you out of this?
I wet myself?
Absolutely. Oh my gosh, that's a lot of dice.
27.
Oh, did you die?
I did not. You were 3 over.
Oh man. 3 more. That would have been it. Julianna goes down like a brick. Thaddeus, your turn.
Wow, okay. Yeah. Wow. I can try to heal you, but I don't know if we ever decided if my heal healed the enemies as well.
If they're living, it does.
Yep.
So, yeah, I don't know if that's really the most practical thing to do. Of course, I could roll a 1, you get back up, and it only just heals them 1, but...
Or like with spells, you can choose who you target. It just adds a bane to the roll. Like if you want to exclude the friendlies, it would give you a bane on your grace roll.
Avenge me.
I was hoping he'd hit me so I could, like, fast footwork evade and then use my crossbow on him, but just didn't go that way, so, yeah, I think I'm just gonna try to kill him and hope.
Wow, that's a hit. Agatha.
Agatha is going to yell at Brêg, "I'm gonna save you," I think. And she will backstab this guy that is harassing him.
Nice. Success. Roll damage. Plus an extra D8.
Yeah, that stunk. 6
points. Minus...
Big difference. Big difference between 20 and 6.
Right?
Yeah.
6. Alright. This bandit has his sword. He is going to go after Thaddeus. He's going to find the weak spot. Yes, he is. Do you parry or evade this, Thaddeus?
Yeah.
Do you have defensive or fast forward? Yes, you do. Excellent.
Oh dear.
You push it?
Yes. Oh man. Tough. Two.
Alright, you succeed. Let's just see how much damage you would have taken without your armor to protect you. 10, so yeah. Good
Yeah,
choice there.
Yeah, that would hurt.
The bandit chief boss has to attack in melee. He's going to come at Thaddeus. And he is going to bash you with his heavy warhammer. And that is a success. Do you parry or evade that?
I will do my best.
Got it. Brêg, your turn.
All right. Continue. Well, since I know that Agatha's got my back.
Well, sort of. She's doing her best.
A little bit.
Brêg will continue bonking. I suspect that if we were able to incapacitate the leader, I wonder if we could break the morale.
Your suspicions are probably correct.
But there's a guy in my way, so he's going down first.
Ooh, yes he is. Oh my goodness.
Splat.
Yeah, how do you splat that guy?
Oh, I think we're just doing headshots.
Nice. Gallagher with the sledge-o-matic.
Oh.
You can move. If you move away from that bandit, he will get an attack unless you make an evade roll.
You know what? Brêg will move towards the
Okay, give me an evade roll.
leader. So, okay, it is at the likelihood of missing the evade, but
Do you want to push that? Otherwise, he will just get a free attack on you.
oh, I'll tank the attack.
Alright. Slashes across your back and misses. Probably skids off your armor. Agatha, your turn.
I will continue this massive assault on this guy. I can't do backstab, but I can
Stab.
do my best.
Oh man, he has to. He has
Not
to
too
try
shabby.
to evade that. Otherwise, he's dead. And he does not. So let me apply the damage.
So sorry.
Boom. You're not really that sorry. You can move if you
Sorry,
like.
not sorry. Alrighty, great. Which one of these guys is the boss? This
That's the
one right
boss
here?
there. Yep.
All right. I will move up right here.
This one is going to take a shot at Agatha. That's a hit on Agatha. Do you try to evade that?
No, I'll take it.
8. Julianna, do you rally yourself? Ooh, no. Give me a death save. Nice. Excellent. This bandit was shooting at Brêg. Oh. Do you fast footwork that, Brêg? Otherwise this arrow is piercing you in a very delicate place.
Oof. No, there's... Brêg has already moved. Ouch.
13 damage minus your armor, which I think you have 6. So that's 7 points of damage. Thaddeus, your turn.
Okay. Well, you are so rude to put him to where it's really hard to heal her. Oh, wow, yeah. I'd have to move, like, here. Which, I mean, I can't do.
Then poor Brêg needs healing. He would not be able to receive the healing.
Oh, I mean, it dragged me through this way, but I could go around. I've got the movement.
Yeah, I would assume you didn't walk past the guy.
Oh, boy.
There we go. This will heal Julianna and yours. Well, you have all max hit points, but this will heal Julianna of 7 hit points. Nice.
Yeah, I'm glad I moved. Hold on. I'm just gonna... Okay. I moved 10. I'm gonna move 1 more back.
Okay. This one is shooting at Phineas, and he will get a Bane on this roll. And that is still a success. Phineas, do you want to evade this, or take the hit? Or stone shield
do
it?
my stone shield again.
Oh, okay. You can save the willpower or cast another spell. You would need to block 10, or you can... Yeah. Shoot. Max damage. And 5, so you will take 5 points of damage. And your turn, Phineas.
Alright, well, the one that just shot me, I will do a fire blast.
Nice. And he falls. And of course the bandit chief will go first. He probably still sees Julianna on the ground. He's going to go for Brêg.
I mean, I'm sure that when Julianna was healed, she did, like, open her eyes and gasp, you know, like as one does.
Right.
So he knows I'm awake.
Ooh, let me make a roll. And you did blind him. I'm gonna roll a 3-sided die. 1, 2 is Julianna. 3 is Brêg. Let's rolled 1d3. 1, 2 Julianna. Yep, Julianna. And you're prone. Let me make you prone, just so it adds in the math for him.
Is he going to berserk for a 3rd die?
Yeah. So the berserk lasts, I think the whole time. After the fight, you become exhausted.
Oh, so you should always have a bonus die?
Well, let's see. You and then immediately attack the nearest. So it doesn't say how long it lasts, but he can definitely use it again.
Sure.
He's got lots of willpower. Let's do that. In fact, he can do veteran too, in case he survives this round. Lock his initiative in. Alright, this is on Julianna, so he will get an additional bonus die for Berserk.
3 demons, let's see it.
Nope. Do you want to try to evade or parry?
Oh, hell yeah. Oh. Or
no.
I'll just be right here.
Oh no.
Stepped right
Oh
into
my
it.
gosh. 24.
Wow.
7.
Wow.
You needed 22. That'll do it.
That did it.
Yep.
Yeah, if you drop to negative 15 and you were at 7, yeah.
Yep. You needed 22.
Okay, tell me how
Wow.
Julianna dies.
So she sees this Warhammer coming down on Pouncy, and
Ooh.
she goes and pushes Pouncy out of the way, but unfortunately it hits her right in the back of the head, and she goes splat.
Dang. Dang. Well, not to be outdone, this guy is going to find the weak spot on Brêg. No, he is not. Agatha.
I am going after the big boss for killing my friend. And I am going to use backstab.
Ooh, yes you are.
And I also get an extra 8-sider, right?
Yep. So let me assign this. And then he takes an extra 2. He's down to 2 hit points.
Oh,
And you'd be right there. I think for some reason
sorry,
I had it paused.
yes.
I had it paused so you weren't able to move. That was my fault. Thaddeus.
Alrighty, well, that's tough. Oh, so is that. Jeez. Well, I'm getting a lot of conditions tonight.
There you go.
Oh, that's not great. You probably got a lot of armor, huh?
He's got chainmail and an open helm. Let's see.
1 damage.
He's got 1 hit point left.
Oh, wow.
Man. You may move if you like. This one was targeting Brêg. He's going to continue to fire at Brêg. That is a miss on Brêg. Phineas, your turn.
I won't do my ruler for some reason.
Are you on the right ruler tool?
Yes, should be.
Are you measuring to the boss?
Yeah, just to the boss. I just need to know if it's 30 meters.
Let's see. Measure 20 meters to the boss from you.
Yeah, I will do a fire blast at the boss.
Oh,
Whoa!
yes, you will. You want to save your willpower? Just need
Yes,
to
I will
do
do that.
7 points of damage. And you do 8.
Hell yeah.
Okay, you take out the bandit leader. Brêg, it's your turn. These guys will most likely flee on their turns.
All right. Well, Brêg is disappointed to not be able to take out his rage on the bandit leader, and will barely resist the temptation to just turn his corpse into pulp, because there is another bandit here whose life is forfeit. Yeah.
Give him some damage. badly wounded. He's down to a scant 3 hit points. This bandit will turn tail and run. Agatha, you're up next.
I'm going to move up here. And I'm going to stab this guy. Let me get to my... Okay, and...
He's going to make an evade roll. He evades, so he narrowly misses being stabbed, and he will move 1 square into the weeds. That costs him his turn. Oops, wrong bandit. That bandit. Brêg, your turn.
All right, he is not getting away. All right, team. Should I tackle him so that we can do some recreational interrogation?
Oh.
I think there's anything really to learn from this bunch, or
They might have a little cache somewhere of things they've stolen from travelers.
Yeah, well, let's try it. Brêg will disregard the arrow sticking out of his back. Execute a flying tackle.
Nice. Give me a brawling roll. Excellent. I think, let me just double check. I think he makes a brawling roll as well and has to roll better than you. Let's just double check here. Yeah, opposed roll between your brawling and his brawling. If your attempt fails, you fall to the ground. If it succeeds, you fall to the ground and the enemy is trapped in your grip. So his brawling skill is 5. So he needs to roll a 5 or lower. And he does not. So you have him pinned down. This guy will flee. And then that bandit has nothing. Since you've got him pinned down, Phineas you can go, and then Thaddeus. I'm going to end the combat, but Phineas go first, and then Thaddeus. And then you guys
seeing
can
the
take actions.
bandit flee, I'll probably just start moving up.
Thaddeus, what about you?
Yeah, I mean, he's tackled or whatever. I'm not going to shoot him, am I? Were we going to interrogate him?
I think that was the plan.
Well,
I mean, or just kill him.
You could make a persuasion roll with a boon, would be your interrogation, whoever wants to try to get information out of him.
It's worth a go. Oh, and I'm paladin, so kind of relatively good at that.
Yeah, what do you ask him?
I suppose I would just ask him about his outfit. You know, they clearly had friends ready to come in. Do they have like are they operating on it somewhere? How many people are they with? Do we just defeat them, or do we have new enemies? I guess.
Oh no, old Stanfeld. He was our boss, and he's lying there dead now.
I thought you were asking about his clothes.
Outfit? Why, I got this from me gran. She stitched it herself. Finest hard-wearing corduroy you've ever seen. No, we're but simple folk trying to earn an honest living by taking from them that has more than us. And old Stanfeld, may he rest in peace, or pieces, as it is over there. He doesn't let us astray. I'll choose the life of good if you let me go. I promise. I'll nary trespass against another traveler again. Just please let me go, sir. I can pay for my life. We have money, you see. What would Thaddeus?
Well,
How would he respond
yeah.
to that?
I think Thaddeus would kind of judge this man guilty. Clearly, he's not repentant. He was sad about his leader's death, but he will also look to his companions, see if they want to interact with the bandit scum.
If you kill me, I can't tell you where our treasure be hid.
Don't kill him! Don't kill him!
No gold will buy Julianna's life.
No, but it might pay for a fine service for her as you lay her to rest. She knew the path she was on. 'Tis fraught with danger. But look, perhaps I can be just as good as she were. I can change me life. I can be a good man. Perhaps start a farm, raise a family. If you kill me here, next to me friends, these ruffians, why, I'll never get a second chance. What say you, good paladin?
Well, I feel like we've gotten too far now. It's like I couldn't kill a man I've just had a calm conversation with, could I? Jeez.
Yeah, Brêg mildly regrets saving this guy.
I wouldn't save his life if anybody else wanted to kill him, but yeah, fair enough. You've convinced me. What's his name? I'm gonna make you think of a name on the spot.
My name is Ron. That's an easy name.
That's a pretty innocent one.
Yeah.
You know, you can trust a Ron.
Yep. It's actually short for Ron Tomothy, but me friends call me Ron. I'll take you. I'll show you where the loot be hid. Thank you, kind sir, for sparing me life. And he gets on his hands and knees, and he's trying to kiss your feet and kiss Brêg's feet and just abase himself.
Agatha will say, please stop doing that. He'll expect it all the time.
Come now, friends. Let me show you. And he takes a few steps into the woods. He says, I'll go now to start me life anew, but to start yours afresh. Just over that hill there be a black rock hidden amongst the other rocks. Turn that rock over, you'll find our cache. There be coin and other bits there that may be good for you.
Okay, Brêg kicks this guy over and hogties him. This guy is coming. Well, okay, maybe not a hogtie because he's coming with us. There are at least a couple archers still lurking in the woods. Who knows who else. This guy's already a dead man walking. Brêg has no. Brêg saved him, but has no particular commitment to continuing to spare his life. With that good old rope that we salvaged from goblins, this guy will have his arms bound, and let's let him march us there with his one remaining hit point.
Oh, there's no need. How can I be?
Back in.
How can I have a fresh start if you still treats me like a common criminal?
You are a common criminal.
Oh, well,
Okay, no treasure is worth this.
the shoe doth fit, sir. Look, trust me, you'll find that black rock. Roll it over, put your hand in the darkness, and pull out a handful of coins. It be there, I promise.
Okay.
I'll lead you myself if I have to.
Okay, that's better. Get marching.
He marches, and he's going kind of slow. You can tell he's dragging his feet a little bit. You guys just leave Julianna laying there dead.
Oh no.
She's not going
All
anywhere.
right.
Pouncy's only eaten half of her. Do you do
the
anything?
Cheeks. They go for the cheeks first. Is
all the soft
what I've heard.
parts.
Yeah.
Do you do anything for her before this guy leads you off into the woods?
Okay, we can't leave her here. Is this Juliana's final resting place? And I don't.
We have to take her hands and 1 foot off, so she can never be raised to undeadness, or we burn her.
Oh God, with that.
And I don't have a shovel. You've got a paladin to do the service. That's good.
This is true.
Okay, I'm looking at that. I'm looking at that huge tree right,
Right,
um,
like right there.
on the north map there. Can we harvest enough wood for a funeral pyre?
It would take you a full shift, 6 to 8 hours, but you could. You'd be able to scavenge enough, not just from that tree, but from other, bits of trees in the nearby area. You would be able to get enough to make a pyre.
All right, team. What do we think here?
Do you desecrate her body so that it cannot be raised?
It's probably a little much, maybe.
Then what does
I mean,
what would Thaddeus say over her body before you set it alight?
I think he would, knowing we have to move on, he would keep it brief, but the most touching thing I think to him would be that she gave her life. It wasn't, murder. I mean, it was obviously, but it was a sacrifice as well. That's the most honest thing somebody could do. She knew it was happening, so I think she's earned some eternal rest.
Then you toss the torch to it, the flames begin to rise, and great plumes of white smoke pour off of the pyre. This is uncommon. Normally, you would expect to see perhaps a darker smoke. If you're burning a body, maybe a greasy black smoke, but this is white, and you are reminded that she was of the coven of the white, and perhaps her spiritual essence is taken up into the sky where it becomes one with nature, and her ashes might help trees to flourish and grow for her sisters of the green. What do you do with Pouncy? Do you throw Pouncy on the pyre as well, or does someone take Pouncy?
Oh no!
No, we have to keep him well fed, of course.
Nice. You
Or
take
her. I didn't actually get the gender. Whoops.
I think Pouncy was a she. I don't know.
Sure.
Yeah, it's a she. Pouncy kind of takes a liking to Agatha, seeming to find in her some goodness that perhaps the men do not have. The bandit all the while is sniffling that you're not doing the same for poor Stanfeld and his other colleagues.
This fucking guy.
If you want to loot their corpses in front of him, Stanfeld has a heavy warhammer. He's got chainmail and an open helm. The other guys have short swords and short bows. Yeah, and Phineas would find 2 treasure cards. Oh, wow, 5 copper and 3 silver. Clearly, if they have money, it's back at their cash.
Well, Phineas will add this to the funeral pyre. Perhaps it be a bit of a tribute.
Nice. Her alchemical reagents go up. It turns out they were highly volatile and just blows ash and bits of Julianna all over the forest. No, that part does not happen. Does anyone want the open helm, the chainmail, or the heavy warhammer?
I don't think I can carry anything else.
Is one of them worth more? I could probably carry one of them.
I know chainmail is expensive.
Because I'm already carrying 1 suit of chainmail.
So chainmail is worth 50 gold. The heavy warhammer is worth 20 gold. And the open helm is worth 12 gold.
Well, perhaps another suit of chainmail to sell once we get to Outskirts.
Yeah, go ahead and I'll let you add that to your sheet. If you need, I can drag it into the chat.
I have it added.
Okay, perfect. Ron Tomothy offers to take you to his to the cache, and he says, I can't for sure promise that me brothers in arms won't try to defend it with their bows and swords, but perhaps if just one of ye comes, it would be safer for all. And he looks at Brêg. You who bested me, I'll show you, and you may claim the prize for yourself.
Okay, so Brêg looks at his warhammer, which is covered in gore, puts it away, and pulls out the longsword, and says, "Another word, and I cut out your tongue. Walk."
You see his shoulders slump, and he begins to trudge into the woods. Every now and then he's looking left and right as though hoping that someone will come to save him, but none does. You reach the place, and he stops, and you see him looking ahead, and you can see this black stone. It's kind of large. It'll probably take one or two people to roll it out of the way, but then he sits down and just begins to sulk and pout, as though his life's work and his savings is about to be taken by someone else. And then he's sure that he will be slain as soon as you have what was his. If you want to give me a strength roll, you can roll that stone out of the way. And everyone would have had a shift rest as you did the funeral preparations, so everyone can recover.
Oh, great.
That's probably useful.
Got some help to pull that arrow out of my back.
Yeah.
All right, strength roll.
Strength roll.
Oh God.
As you push, he starts to laugh. I should have brought the strong one. Aye, but she's burnt to a crisp now, ain't she? Oh, she's looking down at your weakness. Why she even traveled with the likes of you, I'll have no idea. Do you take his tongue?
Oh, I did threaten him, didn't I?
You did. Are you a man of your word?
Brêg is quick to anger, but not murderous. Although this guy is on the borderline. We'll ignore it for now. Anybody else? Can we get some help with this? Is this a one-man job only?
Yeah, did anyone go with you?
Thaddeus
Oh,
definitely.
I'm sorry. I assume the folks were coming with me.
Yeah, well, that was why you threatened him. That was my assumption. You know, because he said come alone, and you said shut the fuck up. So.
Well, Thaddeus and Agatha, if you guys want to team lift this boulder, one of you can make a roll with a boon. I think Thaddeus probably has the higher strength, I'm assuming.
Brêg's is going to be higher than mine, I imagine, but 13.
Go for it.
With a boon.
Oh, Jesus.
Bunch of Nancys. Aye, but you didn't check for that trap first, did you? And a huge pillar of flame bursts up from the stone. Everyone make an evade roll to get out of the way as this fire trap goes off. Phineas rolls out of the way. Agatha as well. Oh, Brêg. Oh, you just should have killed this guy. How about Thaddeus? Brêg, you will take 2d6 points of fire damage. Your armor will protect you. So 8 points as you get a little bit singed. And this Ron guy, he's just cackling, just laughing, laying on his back, tears rolling down his face. Oh, you should have seen the look on your face, you dumb bastard.
All right. So
Agatha stabs him.
Fitting.
Shut up, you bastard!
And you still only did 4 points.
Oh my
damage.
goodness! Wow.
Jesus.
It was enough. How do you take him out?
Oh, I just slipped that rib right up under his rib cage up into his heart.
Oh, I didn't see
And-
that one coming.
You prick.
Inside the cache, you find You'll find a flat 25 gold pieces and 45 silver. You will also find 4 treasure cards. You find, oh wow, way more. So 160 gold and 150 silver and a horn. This is it's worth 6 gold. This would be for like a musician, like a kind of like the old kind of trumpets that didn't have valves that you just could blow on and make like 6 or 7 notes out of. There is also there's an item in here. Let me find it. Kennex Cleaver. This is a rather large-looking knife. It's not a, like I say, it's not a dagger. It's a knife. It is not, or it is enchanted. And this rogue's blade has claimed countless lives and is designed to inflict maximum damage to any that it is used against. So the damage is tweaked on there. Instead of being 1d8, it's 1d10. But it's also enchanted.
How much gold is that per person?
So we found a total of 160 plus, what did I say? 160. Let's make it a flat, like 175 gold. And then that's going to be 150 and 200 silver. So if we split this up 5 ways, it's 35 gold. Four ways. Four ways. Poor Julianna. And then 40 silver each. So 35 gold and 40 silver. And then we've got the horn, and we have Kennex Cleaver.
Does anybody else use a dagger?
Nope.
Because I would love to slip this in somebody's back.
Oh yeah, I think that's yours.
Oh, absolutely.
Sweet.
And then let's see, we spent an extra shift here. Let me take us back to the main map. We may need to camp here in the woods. Let's see. Where were we? Yeah, so we had gone a shift and then spent a shift. So we'd be able to reach Outskirts by nightfall. As we get to Outskirt, we'll need to eat a ration, and then we also need to find a replacement character for Julianna, and then let's take a break. Reese, do you know who you want to bring in?
I have questions.
You have questions. What are your questions?
So normally with a replacement character, you do like
A couple upgrades.
1 skill roll per session, so that'd be 5 skill rolls.
6. This is session 7, so you could have 6 skill rolls
Okay.
plus 2 heroic abilities.
Yeah, that was the other question, because she had been granted 3 heroic abilities, but 2 of them were focused.
You could take 3 plus a focused, because that's a reward for good play.
Well, that's what I was saying. Both of the focused were were rewards. Her starting ones were, inner peace and witchcraft, and then she picked up herbalism, and she's got 2 focus rewards. So I don't know if you just want to give me the one for herbalist, or how you want to do that.
Yeah, let's do. Yeah, let's do one, because we have found 2 pieces of the statue, and you got one for finding the second piece. So take a free one, plus take either a focused or a robust, depending on which character you bring in.
All right.
And do you know which character you want to bring?
I know I'm being a pain in the ass, and I apologize.
Oh, you're fine.
How does that change if I bring an established character in, like Frostbyte?
I think Frostbite's probably high enough. I don't know that you would need to add. Let me see what Frostbite's got.
Frostbyte is sitting on 1 extra. He's picked up Fearless along the way.
Yeah, then you could take either focused or robust, and I think that would be fine. Let me drag Frostbite into the PCs here, and I'll give you control of Frostbite.
And since he's an established character, not a brand new character, I'm going to not do any advancements.
Okay. And if there's any loot from Julianna that Frostbite would have wanted to pick up, it would be assumed that people would have taken some of her better stuff, and then maybe Frostbite says, "Hey, I knew Julianna. That's my stuff." Yeah. Oh, definitely the pieces of the statuette, because she was carrying those.
Yeah, I'll get those. I'm going to take her backpack. I assume that someone else will have taken the refreshing berry.
And the magic sling, the sling of Sishrak.
And the book, the sling. I'm assuming someone else pulls those.
So let me pull those into the chat, and then
the ruby circlet is something else that people probably want to take.
Yeah. Let me pull these all in here.
Agatha would love to have the sling if no one else uses a sling.
It's all yours, I think.
Refreshing berry.
I took the backpack. That's all I've taken off. And the 2 statue pieces.
Okay. There's the ruby circlet. I think that's probably the most valuable. There was a flail and 2 suits of chainmail. If anyone wanted to take those to sell.
Yeah, she was just taking those to sell.
Yeah.
I'll take her gold, or I'll take her.
Yeah, for sure, take her money.
Yeah, although Frostbite has some money already, but I'll take the money.
We'll donate it to Siska.
There we go.
For cats.
I believe.
Does anybody mind if I take that sling for Agatha?
No. Good.
Okay.
All right. Why don't we go ahead and take our break, and we'll be back in about 7 minutes and 36 seconds.
All right. Sounds good.
Give or take.
I'll grab robust here.
Okay.
princess from the evil goblin. I ignore all the signs of impending danger because I'm a fighter and not some crappy ranger. 47 hit points and a high dexterity, 17 for strength. Kobolds are afraid of me, crafted from numbers on living paper. I skip from the mundane to a medieval paper. While in real life, my fate is unspoken. Hero roll of the dice in my fate is unspoken. I locate the lair, but it doesn't make much sense to me. I think that the DM might be out to get me. A hero in armor and truth, bards tell my legacy. The flame of my torch illuminates the enemy. I win in the battle, you win foes asunder. Deeper I venture, the deeper I wonder. The bodies pile up before me, the corpses I plunder. The deeper I venture, the deeper I wonder. Crafted from numbers on living paper. I skip from the mundane to a medieval caper. And while in real life, my fate is unspoken. Hero roll of the dice in my fate is unspoken. I drink my last potion, I charge through the open gate. The flame of the dragon tried to seal my awful fate. With a handful of dice, 5 times I roll 20. The dragon goes down, the DM no bloody. I leave with the princess, a satchel chock full of gold. We head to the tavern where my mighty tale unfolds. Crafted from numbers on living paper. I skip from the mundane to a medieval caper. While in real life, my fate is unspoken. Hero roll of the dice in my fate is unspoken. The king he honored me with the mighty crossbow. It's blessed by the elves, he said. I thank him and I go
All right, I am back.
I'm back as well.
Excellent.
Hello.
Hello, hello. Yeah, I was not expecting a random encounter to be so violent and bloody, but I think my favorite character in this whole campaign has been that bandit Ron that was just like a total ass to everybody. He was awesome.
I think it was very telling. We saw a very dark side of Brêg.
Oh yeah.
Man.
He
He was having a bad day.
And that guy was just egging him on. And same thing with Thaddeus, just making fun of Thaddeus. And like, man. All right.
Now, Brêg was created with a what was the violent weakness,
Well, you.
and it's
played
kind of
your
been a moot
weakness.
point. Many of our encounters so far have gone directly to violence, so it's not like violence is an option.
But he's really good at
But
it.
well, luckily, it would be really fun to take this with a otherwise fairly flimsy character.
Mm-hmm. Let's go to Outskirt. We will arrive as it gets close to evening. I need an awareness roll from Thaddeus. Oh, nice.
Oh, wow.
As you get close, you're maybe half a mile from Outskirt. You find a nasty bat carcass on the ground in front of you. This creature has been pierced by a crossbow bolt and has a small scroll tied to its foot. The message is written in obscure runes. It can be deciphered with a languages roll.
Oh, that's one over.
Oh,
Jeez.
shoot. Do you push it or do you show it around?
Yeah, maybe the wizard would know.
I can take a look. No, this is
Agatha, you're like, give me that. You turn it right side up, and it says, newcomers in Outskirt, purpose unclear, keeping an eye on them. And then it ends with a disturbing salutation. It says, all might to Sathmog, our three-tongued liberator.
Oh my.
As you continue on towards the village, you come to the main gate where Captain Hardy lets you in. Oh, welcome back to Outskirt. And then he sees young Rorik with you and is overjoyed to see that you have brought the young boy back. He says, oh, we were very afraid. We've heard rumor of a monstrous beast that has crawled down from the mountains and attacked old Blind Hildy's farm just southeast of here. There's a whisper of a cave full of torn-out eyes, but also great treasures and powerful weapons that ill-fated adventurers who met their fate in that cave have lost. They call it Deadeye's Cave. We feared the child had gone there. Is that where you found the child?
Sure is.
Oh, 'tis a very dangerous place, and I'm glad that you managed to come out of there with your life. And let me show you where that is on your map. So Deadeye's Cave is right here on your map.
Oh, no, that's not where we found him. I'm sorry.
Where did you find the boy?
We found him in a cave complex with a big old oracle spider.
Oh. And the boy looks like he's unharmed. Is this true?
And Agatha will make sure that anytime she's in town and it's spoken of, that she will speak of how Julianna was the one that saved the boy.
Oh, nice.
Not even using force, but using words.
His parents are likely beset with grief. You'll find them at the Three Stags, the finest inn in town. Please make your way there swiftly. They'll be overjoyed to see their child again. And as you head back to the Three Stags, I should have some music here. I got it. Oh no, I don't have it. Oh, let me grab this real quick. Let's try that. You head into the Three Stags Tavern, and you can hear the sound of a minstrel slowly tuning up their lute. You are greeted by the Von Hild, the proprietress. You've met her once before. She sees that you have brought in Rorik, and her eyes light up. And she says, "Oh, thank everyone. Everyone, come and look. Many thanks to these brave adventurers, these heroes, who have brought this young child back to us." And Leonara, the waitress that you have met, she comes over and gives the child a great hug, and says, "Oh, his parents will be overjoyed. They have a vineyard not far from here. They supply us with wine, and this has been such a blow to them. I'll go fetch them now." And she runs off towards some of the tables to go and get the parents, who come over, and they're just sobbing as they pick up this child, and the mother is kissing young Rorik, and the father is holding his wife and his child. And he turns to you with tears of gratitude in his eyes, and asks how he may thank you for returning this child to him.
Agatha will step up and, holding Pouncy, will ask young Rorik if he would be willing to take care of Juliana's cat until such time it is called away to serve another witch.
Ooh, yeah, he would absolutely do that. His eyes light up knowing that this is his chance to care for this animal who reminds him of the woman who saved him from that fate. And as the parents make offers to you of reward, you see them kind of looking at one another, hoping that whatever they can offer you will be acceptable. And the father says, "The times being what they are, I haven't much to give, but I can give you a barrel of our finest wine. I know it's not much. You deserve far more, but this barrel is yours if you'd have it." And he kind of stoops down towards Agatha. "Would you accept this as compensation for what you've done?"
Absolutely, good sir, and we would love to share this with everybody in the tap room.
He goes over to Von Hild and says to crack open the barrel she's been saving in the cellar. And she comes up, and it's a wonderful vintage. This is the height of his skill as a winemaker. And glasses are filled for everyone. Even young Rorik is afforded a drink. As the tale is spread of how you saved him, and you mention Julianna, people begin to kind of ask, like, well, where is she? And as you relate her fall and what happened, there's not a dry eye in the house. You were offered accommodations here for the night. Spend the night here, rest up, stay as long as you like. Agatha, you might remember your first night here. You did not sleep inside. You went out and slept, I think, in the stables. And if you recall, you saw something while you were out there up near the second story of the inn. Do you remember what you saw?
I saw bats.
You saw bats, several large bats.
Yes, I did.
And very similar to the bat that was found on the road just this very night.
Can I see anything on their ankles?
Give me a spot hidden roll.
Oh, look at that.
You do not see anything on their ankles, but about 3 a.m, you see the window open and a hand reach out and grab one of the bats. And then the hand comes out, and as it releases the bat, you see a lock of blonde hair in the reflected moonlight, and then the window is shut.
Can I make my way outside of the stables to see if I can see the person?
Yeah, as you go out, you get a good look at a face through the window, and because you rolled a dragon, it's unmistakable that it is the waitress.
That liar.
Now, she had told you that she was working for some organization, the Truth Seekers. They were out seeking knowledge, seeking the pieces of the dragon statuette. But perhaps there is more to the story.
Ooh.
In the tavern, you meet a wolfkin, and he probably approaches the group at some point during the meal after hearing of your exploits, and this is Frostbyte, and I'll let Frostbyte introduce himself to those that don't know him.
Hey, thanks for the wine. So, Frostbyte is a white wolfkin. His front right tooth is a fang. Front right fang is a silvered tooth. He wears a eye patch over one eye and has a raven sitting on his shoulder that he is feeding corn to on a regular basis.
Damn.
There's a hand crossbow by his side, very nice longsword over his back, wearing some nice, fitting studded leather armor, and he introduced himself as Frostbyte Swiftfire, one of the 13 exarchs.
Agatha will curtsy and introduce herself.
While you are meeting Frostbyte, you can't help but notice a face looking up from a dark corner of the Three Stags. And this mallard looks at you with ill intent. He's looking right at Thaddeus.
He does not look friendly, no.
And he's got a couple others with him, kind of looks like his lackeys, maybe. And they're kind of whispering to themselves and looking in your direction. And they did not take the offer of wine that was given to all. His friends are looking a little on the savage side, perhaps.
Agatha will crack her best duck joke for the whole group.
Is it something about putting out forest fires? that why they have
Yeah,
flat
something
feet?
like that. Yeah, yeah.
And you see him growl and grimace, and he gets up and he takes a few steps towards you, and one of his friends puts his hand on his shoulder and says, "No, Quasimund, not now. Wait your time." And he turns and sits back at the table, and they grumble to themselves.
And also, I don't know if anyone took them while I was gone, but don't forget there's a refreshing berry and the ruby circlet up for grabs.
Oh yeah, before we took our break, that should be in the chat. There was the 2 statuette pieces, refreshing berry, ruby circlet, and then there was 2 chainmail and 1 flail, if anyone had the room to take it.
Mm-hmm.
Phineas will take the berry.
That will definitely benefit the mage. As you are now back in town, you have some time if you need to sell or reprovision. There's a few different shops in town that can help you with this.
I need rations.
There's a mill in town. At the edge of the village is a small windmill whose sails rotate slowly in the wind. It's connected to a log house where piglets, chickens, and carefree toddlers run around in the fenced yard. An almost irresistible scent of freshly baked bread surrounds the idyllic place. And if you walk in, you see a rather plump woman and her husband. These are both halflings that toil here in the mill, and they're more than happy to see you, especially being one of their kind. They've got freshly baked bread. It's only 3 silver coins per daily ration, or they've got some day-old bread. This would be more like like hardtack, and that would be 1 silver coin per ration. Mechanically wise, there's no difference, but taste wise, there'd be a huge difference. And you can buy as much as you like. You can carry, I think, up to 8 rations before these would spoil. So a week's worth.
Okay. I'll take some of those. How do I drag those over?
Let me grab it real quick.
If you still have a ration, you can just change the quantity.
Yeah.
I don't have any rations.
Let me add it to the chat, and then you can just drag that onto your character sheet. If anyone else needs rations, if they went with Agatha, you'd be able to find them here. There is also a smithy, if anyone needs arms or armor, and then there is Master Ulvar's. This is an oblong, windowless log building. On the roof there are goats feeding on the unkempt grass sod roof. Master Ulvar is a tall, red-faced man in his mid-50s, and he runs the shop. He has a booming voice that makes his mustache quiver. And his son, Jory, who is a little bit of a troublemaker around town, it seems like he would rather be more of a warrior than a shopkeeper, but they run a fair shop. Anything that is common or uncommon, they have available in here, and they may have some more rare items. You'd need to make a bartering roll to see if they could come up with that. The smithy is a heavily tattooed dwarf named Okald. And Okald it's in a large log building with an open front. The glow of a hearth can be glimpsed through the smoke, and from the hooks in the ceiling hang all kinds of weapons and armor pieces. Heavy hammer blows and a melodic dwarven rumble is pouring out into the village square. And Badenor assists her. There's Badenor at the forge. And they have any of the weapons and armor listed in the book, or that you will find in the player reference. They've got any of that available for purchase. They will buy what you have. They will pay not list price. They will pay 80% of the list price unless you make a bartering roll. From the bandits, nope. I think it was 35 gold and 40 silver. They would purchase 2 sets of chainmail, but that would be 100. They will pay you 80 gold for the 2 sets of chainmail.
Very well.
These are fine suits, hard wearing. Just but a few repairs, and I can have these ready for sale. If anyone needs to reprovision, I'll let you do that shopping now. You should have access to all the gear. It should be under the journals, the player reference. I think I put all the gear. Yeah, I've got all the gear in there. So from armor clear down to animals, it's got all the gear. It'll have prices, and you can just drag and drop those items onto your character sheet. So anything common and uncommon, rare things like a great sword or a lance or a halberd, you need to make a bartering roll to see if they have those.
Would someone be
Agatha-
selling a wagon?
A wagon. You could probably find a wagon, and they would sell you a horse as well. Let me look at. A wagon is common. It's 30 gold. You'd need 2 horses or donkeys. So 30 gold. 2 donkeys, it'd be another 24 gold, so 54 gold.
What about tents? Weren't we going to get a tent?
Yeah, Agatha took the gold off of her gold to purchase a tent, but she can't carry it. It's for
Oh, can we keep it on the
encumbrance.
wagon if we get one?
Yeah, so if we get a wagon, it can carry 100 units of weight. So pretty much whatever we can
What?
throw in there.
Yeah, if we travel away from the wagon, we're going to want to remember to take the tent, but...
We can
That
also
could
get
spend
a
wagon.
cart, which only needs 1 horse or donkey and can carry 50 weight units.
Oh, that'd be plenty.
And a cart is half the price of the wagon.
Well, how much would the cart cost?
The cart is 15 gold, and then you would need 1 donkey, which is 12 gold. So 27 gold, you could have a cart and a donkey.
Phineas will, he did just sell those chainmails, so he will purchase that.
Okay. And then that can hold 50. So
If Agatha gets the tent, then we can just carry that in the wagon.
if Agatha wants to pay for the tent, then Phineas, you could just put the tent. I think if you add that on your character, I think it bumps up your I don't know if it does that. If it bumps up your character capacity.
Let me try that. Do we also want to purchase like a field kitchen to carry in the wagon or something like that?
Oh, that sounds good. Agatha will climb up on the donkey and start stroking him and petting him and naming him Bucky.
Not Gummer.
No, not Gummer, that damn horse.
Was it you that fed him the carrot that you had to chew it up for him?
No,
No, that was Fish Tank. Yeah, that was Fish
yeah,
Tank.
Fish Tank.
I put the card on my sheet, and the donkey did not,
It did not.
increase anything, but they're on there now.
Okay, well, 50 is a lot. I can make a journal. And this can be cart contents. And let me give everyone ownership of this. And then you can put stuff in the cart. There. Inventory. Perfect. So then you can edit it. There's the little button that will show up. It's like a pencil in a little box. Click on that. It pulls up the editor and just drag and drop stuff. It'll probably show the UUID codes, or you can just type in what it is and put it on that cart, and then just hit the little disk symbol to save it. And it should save that. There, I see a pickaxe and sleeping fur, and all sorts of good things. Anything else you want to do in town?
Does Bragg want to take that ruby circlet that that we got off Julianna? It's got a spell on it, Mental Strike. Do you wear a helm or anything?
I feel like you might be able to wear a circlet under a helm, depending on the helm. Although a great helm might not really make much sense, I guess.
Well, Agatha already took a couple magic items, so
It would be useful for the tank in that they can get a few enemies away from them. It's a spell that knocks them away. But then also he's going to be using a lot of willpower on defensive.
doesn't say it. I don't think it takes willpower.
Really, it does. I think most spells that are enchantments do, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, unless they have charge built into them. Take a look. If you look at the description, unless it says there's a charge, it will cost.
No, it just says Mental Strike, Magic Seal, and Permanence.
Yeah, so it will do
Power level 1.
mental strike at power level 1, which would cost 2 willpower. And that projects your mental power as a physical strike. It hurls the victim 2d6 meters and inflicts the same amount of damage. And it can be dodged or parried as a ranged attack. To make it easier, I can do the. Let's see. There we go. Anything else in town before we continue on the journey?
If there's an apothecary, try to find a couple of healing potions, maybe?
Yeah, there would be a healer. So Dranoth, he is the healer in town. And this guy's got some great art. Let me send you a picture of him. It's a simple dwelling with a grass roof and walls of stacked granite. There's a connecting garden surrounded by a low fence. Herbal-smelling smoke billows out of an opening in the roof. This is the mystic Dranoth. He serves some local gods associated with fire, earth, and vegetation. He spends most of his time meditating, but earns his living as a healer. He can cast the Heal Wound spell for the cost of 5 gold coins per power level. He can also be a teacher. For 3 gold coins per shift, he can teach you his skills and spells. And skill-wise, he could teach animism or healing or myths and legends. Spells, he's got animism spells, Dispel, Magic Shield, Banish, Ensnaring Roots, Lightning Bolt, Lightning Flash, Purge, Protector, Heal Wound, and Treat Wound. He also will sell healing potions. He's got just the standard potions that you find in the book that heal 2d6.
Well, I'd like to buy 2 of those.
Yeah.
And that costs me 100 gold. I think I'll take some bandages.
Okay.
That costs me 5 silver. So when I pay for the bandages, I take the silver out of this special coin purse I have.
Aha! I know that coin purse.
Yes.
After a shift, those will return to you.
Shh. And I don't suppose he has any
He has herbal concoction for disease, if you want any of that.
I see that, but I was looking for the herbal concoction against poison. I can't remember what, like the
antidote. So there is no item for that. I did make one. In fact, I think somebody got it last time. I can pull that up. Grab an antidote. He's got a lethal poison antidote.
What's that going for?
That is 24 gold for that. And that halts the effects of a lethal poison of potency 12 or less.
Alright. I'll take that too, please. You gonna throw it? Or is it in the chat? Oh, there it is.
Should be in the chat.
Yeah, I see it. Sorry. Alright. Cool. Then I'm gonna put... I bought a few other things, like those 2 quivers of arrows in there.
Oh, perfect.
I bought those just in case, you know, I were to run out.
That's never happened, literally, except for when it does.
Yeah, especially to me.
Uh-huh.
75 gold? Nah, it's not worth it.
Did someone purchase a large tent?
Yes.
All right, Phineas purchased a field kitchen.
I did buy some bandages too. I'll throw them in the wagon. That way we all have access to them.
Perfect.
And I'll look at Agatha. You look untrustworthy as hell. I picked up some advanced lockpicks, so
That could definitely come
Some
in handy.
Some advanced what?
Lockpicks.
Ooh, pretty.
yeah, it'll give you advantage on your
Sleight of hand roll.
yes.
Awesome. I will be your picker.
Does anyone want to do any training in town from a teacher? So Draneth can teach, the smithies can teach, the people at the bakery might be able to teach. They would just do a small charge. It would take you a shift of time, you know, better part of the afternoon to learn something. And the way that the teaching works is it takes a shift of time and you get an improvement roll and you make that roll right away. And if you do improve your skill, then your next time you improve it has to be through experience, not through teaching. And the teacher just has to have a skill higher than yours, and it has to be at least 15. So again, Draneth can teach animism, healing, or myths and legends. The folks at the mill can teach persuasion. The smithy can teach crafting. Master Olvar can teach probably nothing. Nothing from him.
Yeah, I'll spend 3 gold and try to improve my healing.
Okay.
Okay, if you're gonna study, I guess studying crafting might not hurt in the long run.
Yeah, 3 gold for
I
that.
would love to study persuasion.
Perfect. You can deduct that gold and then add an improvement mark to that, and then go ahead and roll that improvement now.
Oh, they suck.
Yeah. Not the best teachers.
I've got a 6. And I failed all my improvement rolls last session. This is just terrible.
Yeah, most of what they taught you was general knowledge.
All right. Brêg may try to improve his myths and legends
Excellent.
since we find ourselves in the middle of them.
Oh, we can do myths and legends too?
Yes.
Oh, I'll do that too. Is that okay?
Uh-huh. Nice. At least someone learned something from all this.
And that was 3 gold?
Yes, 3 gold.
And
Right,
what was
Well,
Oh,
it's
man.
my day to give away money.
what was the rate in Persuasion and Myths and Legend?
Let me pull that up again real quick. So, Persuasion, that was the mill. Their rank was 15.
Okay,
So you need to be, you can't be higher than 15. And
I'm at 50. I
You're-
can't do it.
you're at 15. Yeah, and Myths and Legends is also 15.
Yeah, I'm at 16.
There's also Healing is 15, or Animism is 16.
I failed that one. Can I learn bartering from the?
Ooh. Yeah, I think so. I like that. I think from the shopkeeper.
Yeah. No, he's
No.
too afraid that I'm going to use it against him.
Exactly. The shopkeeper is always right, he says.
Does the apothecary, does he have any elementalism scrolls that he's picked up from people passing through?
As an animist, it's unlikely, but give me a bartering roll. There's a chance he does. He does. Roll a 1d3 to see what spell level they are.
Hang on, just 1 second.
/R space 1. So level 2. Let me pull up those spells and I can tell you what you find there. Magic, spell list, elementalism, rank 2. He's got Fire Blast, Stone Shield, which you already have, and Tidal Wave. For that one, you need Frost.
Yeah, does he have Whirlwind? Possibly not.
Give me another bartering roll. See if he has Whirlwind. Sorry to make this hard on you, but I think you don't have Frost, do you? Okay, instead of
I
Frost.
do.
Oh, you do
have
have Frost.
Frost.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, make a bartering roll to see if he's got Whirlwind instead of Tidal Wave.
Well, it's probably not gonna go well.
I mean, I don't want to tell you no, because I know that's something that you want. I will make it.
Nope.
Do you want to push it?
Yeah, I will push it. Oh wow, I actually
Yeah.
got it. I have a 5.
He has it. He has Whirlwind. It will cost you a little more because that's a very rare uncommon item for him to have. I think we said 100 for level 1, 150 for level 2, and 200 for level 3.
Okay.
I think is what we've done.
Would he accept a trade? I have the silver headband with protector on it that I found, and it's worth 150 gold.
He would take that because he can use that. So he would take that in trade. So I can make you an item real quick that has that on there. Give me 1 second. chat. There you go. Anyone else want to throw money away trying to learn a skill? These people are horrible teachers. All right, well, I think it's maybe time to set out then. I think we were headed towards the Temple of the Purple Flame, although we did just hear a rumor about the Dead Eyes Cave. Perhaps that will wait for another time. Let me see how long our journey is.
Oh, just by the way, during the purchasing and selling, Brêg offloaded some of his no longer necessary armor, his leather armor, also his old warhammer, because really only need the one.
Right.
And purchased a silk rope.
Oh, nice.
So we don't have to rely on that nasty
Goblin
goblin. Also a grappling hook attached to it.
Nice.
And an extra blanket, because we're not having another bad night of sleep.
Well, we have a tent now, so that should help. So just one of us has to make a bushcraft roll, and if they succeed, then everyone sleeps. But we just have to haul it around in a cart with the donkey. So let's head to the Temple of the Purple Flame. I need a bushcraft roll with a boon, since this is fairly civilized land and there's a road. Oh yeah. We get to about the river. As we get to the river, let me make a roll here real quick. As you get up to the river, you can see that the fish are jumping, and there's a rather large fish. You can see it just underneath the bridge. This thing is a trophy animal. If someone has a fishing pole or a net and wants to try to catch this might provide ample rations.
Well, Frostbyte threw his fishing pole in the tent, or not the tent, the wagon.
The wagon? Oh, excellent. So if you want to make a hunting and fishing roll, you could just retrieve that from the wagon and give it a go.
If someone else thinks they're a fisher, though, they can try. Oh, I guess.
You put a little hot dog on there for the lure and drop it down. And it turns out this fish likes hot dogs. Takes a huge bite. You end up fighting it for several minutes, and it threatens to nearly pull you off your feet. This thing is just massive. And by the time you bring it up, you're both exhausted. But this fish, you hold it in both hands, and its head and tail just sag over your arms as you hold it up. This will provide 2d4 rations. 7 rations of fish. It will need to be cooked. We do have a field kitchen, so if someone wants to cook up this fish, that could be your meal for the day. And if there's anything else we want to do while we're around this river, otherwise we can head to the temple. Who's our chef? Is that Phineas? Or who has the best bushcraft?
I
Yeah, I
there's a
think
14,
Phineas
but
does.
if someone else wants to try now that we have the field kitchen.
Oh, I think go for it, Phineas.
Right. And does the field kitchen add a boon?
Yes. Nice. So you get the fish cooked up. How do you prepare this delectable fish?
Well, it's probably a little well done, a little burnt. Make sure there's no parasites, but it still tastes somewhat good.
It's better than good. This fish is absolutely divine. This thing has lived in the river for countless years, has eaten anything that it could get its mouth upon within a small radius here. And as you eat this fish, you are reminded that there are good things in life. It's not all bandits and spiders and Sathmog cultists, but there are good things to be had. One more bushcraft roll will get us to the Temple of the Purple Flame. Oh yeah. The temple looms ahead in the distance as you approach. It's a large and impressive but severely dilapidated stone temple. Its towers and spires have collapsed, and much of the building is covered with abundant vegetation, dominated by huge briars with formidable thorns. The stone gate stands slightly ajar. The remains of murals with a pattern of violet flames can be seen on the walls beside the gate. And let me take us to the map of the Temple of the Purple Flame. So everywhere you see briars, you see that the walls are overgrown with vegetation. The doors are ajar, leading inwards to a vestibule. You see these 6 columns in here. It has a high ceiling and is dominated by hexagonal stone pillars. The dim light from outside falls on flaking murals of demonic monsters, tearing vanquished dragons to shreds in a landscape lit by a violet sun. To the north, you can see double doors. To the west, a short corridor that seems to lead into a courtyard. Let me have Agatha give me an awareness roll.
Alrighty.
There's a terrible stink, a musty, rotten vegetation stench, like compost, pervades this building.
Something smells rotten in here. Can I tell where it's coming from?
It seems to be all around you. It's difficult
All
to
around us.
pinpoint that, but it seems to be everywhere all at once. Now, Phineas, looking into that courtyard in there, you can see a large open garden without a roof. It is overgrown with huge briars, blossoming ornamental trees, and unkempt grass along the paths. The scent of flowers in here is soothing.
Well, perhaps it's not too terrible. If I look around, does there seem to be any present danger out in this courtyard?
Give me an awareness roll. The first thing that you see are knee-high blueberry plants. They hang heavy with blueberries the size of eyeballs. You can see a total of 13 blueberries. These things are so large they would likely constitute a full meal. But you have never seen blueberries this size before.
Do they seem just to be like magically grown, or are they naturally?
Do you cast Sense Magic?
Yes, I suppose I will.
They are not magical, but they are unnatural. There's something about them that is not given to them from nature. You know that these are likely mutated blueberries, that their essence has changed due to some some unseen influence. And if anyone wants to take a blueberry, I think I made a thing. The nice thing about these is they count as a tiny item, so the weight is 0. Let me drag that down here.
Agatha will take
If
one.
anyone wants to take some.
Yeah, sure. They're no weight, definitely. There's 13 of them.
13 of them. Let me roll a dice while we're in here harvesting these blueberries. Okay. You notice that there are no birds or insects. Nothing has preyed upon these plants.
Ah.
The raven takes the blueberry, Frostbyte, and swallows it down, kind of jerking its head backwards, and you see it pass down its throat into its gullet. And it seems to be sated from its hunger, but it does seem to be a little bit off. It's maybe a little bit slower of reflex, almost like it's a little drunk. You could give me a beast lore roll with a boon, since you are very familiar with this raven, to try and determine what is going on here. Yeah, definitely something is up. You suspect that this creature, this raven, is somewhat dazed, and that if you were to eat this blueberry, you might become dazed as well. Now, from here, there's some trellises over here in the wall, and you see perhaps an opening right here that maybe you could get through. There's also a half-broken door right here. But there are briars all along these walls, all through here. Great many thorny briars.
Does the opening look like Agatha would fit?
You suspect that you likely could. Give me a spot hidden roll. Yeah, you think that you could squeeze through. It's going to be a narrow fit even for you, but it's likely if you got on your hands and knees, you could probably shuffle through there.
There's probably spiders in there. Damn it. I'll take a look.
All right. Let me move you in. So Agatha, this is what you see. You see a small garden hidden behind low walls and overgrown trellises. It's dominated by lush plants, herbs, and spices, like KFC. Bumblebees are buzzing. There is a person in natural-colored clothes pulling weeds, and I have a picture of them. Grab that. And the first thing you notice as they turn and look at you is their black eyes. This is an old elf. He's got a tobacco pipe that he is smoking. He has a hoarse voice, and he says, "Ah, a visitor. Come, come. You are more than welcome here. You can stay as long as you like."
What is your name, sir?
I am Hafarmal. I have been here for countless ages tending my garden.
Well, the name fits. Farmall.
Yes, I farm everything. I serve the earth, and it serves me. This temple here, one day it will thrive again. There is...
Whoa.
There is something that affects the plants, and they grow quite large and quite fruitful.
What affects it?
There is a portal deep inside. It should remain open. I shut it once, and the plants withered and died. It is open now, and should remain open for the rest of my days.
Where does the portal go?
That is a place I fear to tread. And you should as well. Come, have some of my pipe. And Hafarmal passes the pipe over to you if you accept it.
I'll take a hit.
Give me a constitution roll.
So much peer pressure. No.
It is some of the best tobacco you've ever had. And as you continue to puff away, you begin to lose track of time as you sit here with Hafarmal, passing the pipe back and forth to one another. Any concerns you might have had for your fellow adventurers has faded. All you can think about is how lush this garden is, as the bumblebees, as large as birds, begin to buzz around you, and flowers blossom before your very eyes. Hafarmal bids you to sit back against the briars, find a comfortable place, and finish this bowl with him. If you want to do anything other than that, you'll need to make a will roll.
Oh, come on now.
Nudges back.
I'm gonna-
Do you want to push that?
Yeah, I'm gonna push it.
You come into the room, and he's kind of patting a spot right over here in the briars, and you see some of the briars begin to slowly extend little leafy tendrils around him, kind of holding him in a nice, comforting embrace. And he bids you to come and sit down, but you have a choice here. You can leave if you want.
I gotta get to my friends.
Why do you need friends when you have Hafarmal and his glorious pipeweed?
Well, I've known them longer and they don't get me stoned.
Oh, are they friends then? Go on. You may come and go as you please. You are no prisoner here.
Okay, very good.
And you can pass back through.
And there's Phineas with a frying pan and an egg telling me, this is your brain.
This is your brain on Hafarmal's pipe.
Yes. And I'll tell them what I saw and what happened in there.
Looking at Agatha, Frostbyte, you're the closest. You can see her eyes are all black. Black pupils, black sclera. Everything's black.
It was dank.
Even got like some sitar music playing. This is perfect.
Yeah. And she will say this elf in there said that there's a portal that makes all the plants grow better.
Ooh. Let me see what that is.
And he was very fearful of where the portal went.
As you are speaking, you probably look over Agatha, and you see that the vines in here, those briars, begin to twist and writhe, and then they begin to reach out almost with murderous intent. Let me drag us into a battle as these briars begin to stir. And you may all draw initiative.
Something tells me these plants being big isn't a good thing.
Agatha, you can go first.
I'm going to move.
Okay. Need an evade
And-
roll.
Okay. It's going to be at a Bane.
Oh,
Okay.
do you push it?
No.
A spore cloud sprays out purple spores that cause a terrible itch. This is equivalent to a paralyzing poison with potency 14 against all players within 10 meters, which is going to be... Is it going to be everyone? Yes, everyone. So this is going to be a constitution roll. I will roll for the spores. Oh, okay. Well, the spores got a demon. As long as you pass, you will be okay. So, according to my little potions made easy, since the poison failed, as long as you succeed, there's no effect. If you fail, there's a limited effect. The rules as written, you will take the limited effect, even if the poison failed, regardless of whether you fail or not. And so, looks like everyone passed. If you want the limited effect of a paralyzing poison, in case you want to do it rules as written, let's see, paralyzing poison, limited effect is you become dazed.
Even if we pass?
So I've got this house rule. I have a table, so the way that poisons are set up in the book is you can never not take an effect. So if you have a poison attack you, it's either going to do the limited effect or the full effect. I'm not a huge fan of that. And plus it's an open-ended roll, so that you might end up rolling multiple times. So I made a table. It's in the player reference.
Right.
You are welcome to use that. It's called Poisons Made Easy. And so if the potion succeeds, or the poison succeeds and you succeed, it's a limited effect, and so on and so on. This one failed with a demon, so if you pass, then there's no effect. But if you want to do it the rules as written in the book, if you pass, you get the limited effect, which you would take the dazed condition. Sorry, this is paralyzing poison. That is exhausted, not dazed. You would take the exhausted condition.
Okay. And can Agatha...
Yes, and you can take an action.
Okay, she's going to start playing her bagpipes.
Excellent.
For boons.
Excellent. Boons all around. Give me that roll. Oh, nice. Boons for everyone.
I think we were doing that wrong. I think because you spend willpower to do it, you don't actually have to make a performance check.
Oh, is that correct? Is that that's the musician skill?
Let me look at that. That sounds familiar.
I think we did actually decide that a couple times ago. Let's see. Yeah, so activating that ability gives them a boon or a bane. If you use an instrument, it reduces the cost or increases the range. So yeah, so you don't actually have to make a performance roll.
Okay.
Yeah, probably for the best. All right, this one here. Let's see what the attack is from this murderous briar. Sharp thorns. The sharp thorns of the briars tear the victim's skin. The attack inflicts 2d8 piercing damage. It's going to come down. 1 will be Thaddeus. 2 will be Phineas. Thaddeus, do you want to evade this?
Ooh, you know what? Yeah, probably 2d8 can be pretty scary.
Oh, sorry, fast footwork. Excellent. You pass. And then
Did I get the roll? I don't see it.
Yeah, so I see skill roll for evade succeeded.
Okay, yeah, that's weird because I made the roll, but I didn't see the die, and I don't see it in the chat. But nice,
weird.
That's good news.
Yeah, and then you can move 1 square if you like for successfully evading.
Yeah, actually, I will do that.
The briars surge forward. This one takes a monster attack. Strangling branches. The branches wrap themselves around all adventurers within 6 meters. Ooh, the victims take 1d8 bludgeoning and are grappled. So within 6 meters of this one, is that going to be... That's going to be Agatha... Oh, and Brêg. Dang. Okay, everybody. Unless you want to evade.
I like that it gives you a way out with an attack, though. That's cool.
Right.
Gave me a boon on that for some reason, but wasn't supposed to.
Well, you
Either
should have a
one was-
boon from the bagpipes.
Oh, maybe that's why.
Oh, damn it. Yeah, I should evade this one because I'm not even close enough to hit it.
So we roll strength.
Pretty terrible.
So if you want to evade this, you can. Otherwise, on your turn, you can roll strength in order to break free. Then it costs an action. If you do not successfully evade, you will take 7 damage. So Thaddeus succeeded on that evade. And then did you... you succeeded on your stone shield. Did you roll...
It only blocked 2 damage.
Oh, that stinks. And then I need Agatha and Brêg and Frostbyte. You'll take 7 unless you want to evade. Otherwise, I think...
I took it.
Oh, you took it? Okay.
Yep.
And Brêg failed, unless Brêg... And Brêg, were you doing... so that will take your action to evade?
Yeah, and okay, so once you're grappled, it's a strength roll to break out.
And that will cost you your action to break out. Or you can attack the briars. If you do at least 6 points of damage on the briars, then you will be free. So, who is grappled? Frostbyte is grappled.
Alright, Brêg is grappled.
Okay, let me get
Not going to try to push that.
Brêg grappled. I'm just going to mark that you are restrained. And Phineas is also grappled. And Thaddeus is okay. And did Agatha took the damage?
Yes.
Okay, then Agatha is also grappled. Okay, Phineas, your turn.
All right. Are these large or are these?
These are
how
large.
big? Okay. Well, I was gonna do Gust of Wind, but that won't work. So I'm just going to pillar myself up.
Okay, you pillar yourself up. You're still grappled, but you're up in the air. Let me have you give it a roll. Roll 2d6. That's if you fall off the pillar. Roll 2d6 to see as it kind of pulls the briars. If they take d6, yeah. So you are no longer restrained. That's going to rip and tear at those briars since they had you grappled. Perfect. Thaddeus, your turn.
Alrighty.
Nice. They seem to take half damage from piercing attacks.
Should have figured.
Brêg, you used your action to evade. Murderous Briar. Another Spore Cloud. Actually, that one... No, yeah, that one did not. So, this will be another Constitution roll. And the Spore Cloud has potency 14. Which it got a 14, so it's a success for the Spore Cloud. So according to the rules as written, you need to get a 14 or lower. Oh, someone got a drink.
Boons on this?
Yes, you get a boon on it because of the song.
Oh.
Probably.
So if the poison succeeds and the player succeeds, you would take the limited effect. You would become exhausted. If you fail, you'll take the full effect, which is you become exhausted and must make a Constitution roll each turn. If it fails, you can neither move nor perform actions that round. It wears off after one stretch. Briar lashing out. This lashes out at a player character within 10 meters, inflicts 2d6 bludgeoning, and knocks the victim prone. Who is not restrained? Brêg is not restrained, and Phineas. Let's see.
Brêg is. He got.
Brêg is restrained.
He got.
Okay, this is coming in. Well, and Phineas is up on the pillar. Let me give a... I'll just do 1d5. It could go after anybody. 2. So 2 is going to be, if I go down my player list, 2 is Phineas. So it's Phineas anyway. 2d6 bludgeoning damage, and it will knock you down. Unless you want to do Stone Shield.
Yeah.
Oh, it does 10 damage.
Oh, I forgot my boon.
Yeah.
Too. With the boon, that succeeds.
Okay. So you'll block 5 of that.
5.
You'll take 5, and then give me an acrobatics roll so that you don't fall off. Oh, do you want to push that?
Nah, I'll just fall off.
Okay, give me an evade. Or no, let's see. What is it? It's a acrobatics roll to take half damage. Okay, so half damage. Your pillar is 3, so it would be 2d or 3d6. You'll take 1d6. Take 5. Oh my gosh, you take 5.
All right, how far does it push me back?
Doesn't say. Sorry. Just knocks you down, and then you just fall right there at the base of the pillar.
All right, Phineas is down.
Frostbyte.
All right. Frostbyte is not enjoying the Embracer. Try and slash at this thing in time with the beat. This is gonna hurt. Oh, it worked.
Look at that. And that was a slashing attack. It takes full damage from a slashing attack. And that is enough to make you no longer restrained.
Right, so he's going to move, because that makes sense. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
That'd be an evade roll.
Yep. Also with the boon.
Got it. Phineas, do you want to rally yourself?
No.
Okay, make a death roll.
Well, actually, do I get a boon? Is the song still going if I rally?
Yes, song is still going.
Then I will, because it'll be a straight roll.
Okay, you rally yourself, and now a death roll. And it should be with a boon, but I don't think it does it. I think if you click death save, I don't think it gives you the choice to add a boon.
It does.
Oh, so it takes your action to rally. I don't think you have a move.
Okay.
It did give you the... But you are rallied.
I might not want to then, because they're just going to kill me on their next go.
So these are plants. They are highly susceptible to fire. I'll just throw that out.
But the problem is I just acted, and I can't act again until they've gone 3 times and kill me again.
Yep.
So I don't rally. I'll take that back.
Okay.
I thought you got to move.
Thaddeus.
What did the first guy do?
He did... What did he do? He lashed out at Phineas and knocked him down.
That was last round.
Was that last
Because
round?
then I went.
Because then you went... Oh, yeah, he didn't go. Sorry. Yep. Let me take him back. You are correct. He got skipped. An unfortunate character within 10 meters is attacked by a branch that finds its way into the victim's mouth and nose. Inflicts D12 damage, and the victim must make a will roll to resist fear. I'll do 1 is Brêg, 2 is Agatha, 3 is Thaddeus. Agatha, do you want to evade this?
Yes.
Fast
Oh,
footwork
I've got... Yeah, fast footwork.
with a boon. Nice. You can move a square if you like. And then Phineas made his death save, and now Thaddeus.
Yeah, Phineas makes a good point. I could try to heal him, but they will just murder him. So, I don't know.
Can we just pick him up and drag him out?
Mm-hmm. It can be done.
No monsters go between Brêg and us, so I think Brêg should probably do the carrying. He'll be the strongest.
Do you want to switch with Brêg?
Did we determine that Brêg is restrained too, or?
Oh,
Greg is definitely still restrained.
Oh, well, could I know it says that they have to do it. Could I try to attack it and do enough damage to break his restraint?
Yeah, just 6 points of damage, and you
Okay.
can free him.
I'll just make the roll. I don't know which
So
one has him.
You probably don't even need to get up close. There would be branches that would extend out to Brêg. So back from where you were, you could probably move like to the side, hit those
I
branches.
just thought you had to have the range. Yeah, okay.
And you're also restrained, so.
Yeah, so you
No,
also
I
could.
evaded that. Did I not?
I
Pretty sure I fast footwork the one that restrained me. Oh, maybe another one happened. I missed it.
Restrained.
I also thought that Thaddeus had broken out.
Yeah, no, I had used fast footwork and evaded when it did its restrained thing. I thought.
Well, I'll tell you what. If you do 12 damage, you'll free both of you.
Well,
And then
I've been rolling great today. And I can't reach him from here.
And you should have a boon.
Oh,
on
it doesn't
that.
matter. Oh, okay. Well, maybe it does matter.
There we go. Nope.
Nope.
Do you want to push that?
Yeah, I'll just take a condition and then roll it with a boon, just to make it easier. Oh god. That made him angry, I guess.
Oh. You
Oh.
might do the 12.
Please. Yeah.
Alright, that is that one. We'll take 24. Almost dead. But that will free up everyone that was restrained by that one, which would be you and Brêg.
Alright, so Brêg, you get Phineas the hell out of here.
Phineas is
All right, on it.
restrained. And I think Agatha was restrained by that one as well. So I think everyone is unrestrained. And then you have movement, Thaddeus.
I guess. Well, what if Brêg doesn't get Phineas out, though? I don't want to leave without them. Could I? Well, if I hold it, they'll hit me, I guess. I'll risk it.
And they get 3 attacks in a row.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't want anything to go wrong with the getting the man out alive roll.
All right, Agatha moved. Do you keep the song going?
I think we're in run mode now, so I don't think they're going to be attacking. So no.
All right.
Since we're abandoning this, I'm just running.
All right, Brêg. If you're gonna grab Phineas, it's gonna be a strength roll.
All right. Oh, and that's
Are you exhausted?
I am exhausted.
So then you
Oh,
will have
shit.
a bane on that, and the song has ended, so there's no boon.
Oh. Phineas is skinny, right?
He's pretty light.
lunch.
All right.
You got a high strength.
The odds are really good here.
Okay. What is your movement? Is 7? You can move half that if you're carrying him. You can move 4 squares. Tell me where you move,
Okay,
and I'll
so-
move Phineas with you. So 1, 2, 3. You can get.
So,
You can't. So Frostbite's kind of in the way. You could probably get to right there.
okay. As far as we can get.
And we'll put Phineas right there. Oh, I got the ruler on. Phineas right there. Alright. And then Frostbite's turn. And then Thaddeus is just going to get annihilated. So the other one is almost dead if you wanted to attack the other one. Which I assume that you would, because that will wipe it out. That will take out that one.
Even with the half damage, that'll take that one out.
Yep. So he had 5 hit points left, and you did exactly that.
I'll back up a little bit.
Perfect.
I mean, I got 1 attack off of Thaddeus.
Yep. So he may survive. All right. This guy's got 2 attacks. Sharp. Okay, so it's not going to restrain you. Sharp thorns, 2d8 piercing. Do you have fast footwork or anything to try and get away from
Yeah,
that?
I will.
And no
Try to
boon.
beat a retreat. Oh, that was almost a
Oh.
3. There's something in the air,
Nice. So
but
you can move 1 square. And you evade that. In fact, he would have moved up 1 square to make that attack. And then you evade. And then he goes again. Strangling branches. So he's going to try to restrain you. Can you evade this one?
yeah, ideally. This one would be even better to
Yeah,
evade.
this would be the better one.
Oh, geez, again.
Oh, man. Oh, nice. You can move 1 square. And now, can you get an action before the briar? Oh, no. Okay. So he has to stay close to a wall. He can go to there. Lashes out. It won't restrain you, so again, that's not too bad. Do you want to take the hit, or do you want to evade?
Yeah, I'll take the hit.
Okay.
Well, that only barely hurts me. I have 5
down.
armor.
Oh yeah, so you only take 2. You're knocked down, but then it's your turn. You can get up for free, and now you can make a full movement.
Everybody but Phineas goes next.
What am I, chopped liver?
If you can move to like,
well, I mean
here-
everybody in the room. I don't even see you. You're fucking
Yeah,
like I don't even know where you are.
He's back at Outskirt. If you could move here and plant your sword, you could heal Phineas. In fact, you could heal everybody if you went to right here.
That's true, but the monster moves up and just cuts Phineas in half, and the
Right.
next turn is a problem.
I can do my stone shield if I'm alive. I just have to be.
That's true. It's a big gamble, though. I didn't take Disheartened, I guess. Okay, yeah, that's true. How much movement? I've got 12.
Yeah, that would be 10 right there.
Okay. Oh, 17 is my number tonight.
There we go. And that's Hospitaller. And that's all your willpower.
That is, I had 2 left.
Nice. 5 hit points for everybody. Although, Brêg can go. He could probably move Phineas out of the way, and then Agatha... Well, see, there's no door there to close. That's the problem. But you could move... As long as you get away from the wall... well, the Briar does have some ranged attacks. Yeah, it's going to be tough. Brêg, you're up.
All right, so okay, so I may as well continue hauling Phineas as far as we can go.
Okay, so you can move him 4 squares.
So can we get to the other side, like sort of by the pillars here?
Yes. That would be 1, 2, 3. You could go 1 more if you wanted.
Yeah, let's get far the hell away.
Give me a strength roll to drag Phineas, even though he's not unconscious. He's back up, so no Bane on... Well, you have a Bane from Exhausted, so you'll still have a Bane on that. Yeah, you got him. Agatha.
She is going to...
Or do you want to trade with Phineas and he can go lay some fire on that thing?
Yeah, I'll trade with Phineas.
Phineas, you are up.
All right. Phineas will first turn to Brêg and say, "Thank you. You've been a good friend today." And he'll reach into his spell component bag and pull out a fuzzy, dusty old piece of butterscotch and give it to him.
It's a Werther's original.
Exactly. And he'll come up to this doorway and do Fire Blast.
And then you 1, 2, 3. Then you'll have 3 movement left after that. All right. It takes double from fire, and that's it.
You the man, Phineas.
Oh, yes.
Hell
thank you.
yeah.
That ends. Those things were tough, man. I thought that was looking grim there, but
Phineas, if you just want to keep blasting and
burn all the briars.
just go full flamethrower on this mess.
Well, if we're going to keep exploring here, I can take 15 minutes in this room and summon a salamander that will...
That'd be awesome.
First.
Probably need to do 15 minutes and maybe do some resting if anyone needs rest and
Yeah.
recovery.
Yeah, I definitely want to do a bit of a wee rest.
Oh wow, that's a great round rest there, Phineas. 1 willpower point.
Yeah, it's 1 point I didn't have before, I guess.
Agatha will say that elf told me that the portal in this place is what makes all the plants grow like that. If that's what they're growing into, this is bullshit.
Yeah, and if that is going to spread throughout the Misty Vale, you know that it would wreak havoc on everyone and everything. Oh, nice. You can get your willpower back.
Yeah, there's level 2 as well.
Nice. And then you can pull a salamander onto the screen. If anyone else needs to do a stretch rest, you can do that now. And then I think we are at the end of the session. We can do some improvement rolls. You can each take 5. If you want to do it through the rules, if you did not do your weakness, it would be 4, but otherwise it would be 5. And we can start with Agatha.
Let me pick them out here. Oh, I'm having a hard time picking.
Well, you're not going to make any of them, so...
Witchcraft. Okay. Hey, I'm not Luke here.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
Okay, awareness 9. You bastard.
Ah,
Wow.
not when you want
Witchcraft
it.
8.
There we go.
There we go. Evade 13.
Ooh.
You bastard. Hunting and fishing 7.
Ooh,
Yes.
nice.
Myths and legends 13.
Excellent.
Awesome. Spot hidden 10. Yay.
Excellent.
Knives
This is
16.
the big
Come on,
one.
baby. Ah,
Shoot.
slings 13.
Another big one. Oh.
Oh, it just rolled off. Okay,
So close.
I'll take whatever I get.
Let's do Phineas. Are you learning a spell?
No, I don't think I will today. Nope, that doesn't go up.
No elementalism.
That goes up.
Yes to staves.
Bushcraft goes up.
Nice.
Not languages.
No
Not
myths
myths
and
and
legends. How about spot
And then
hidden?
last one.
Can you get an
this would go to
18?
18.
Nope. Not the best, not the worst. Excellent. And we will do Thaddeus next.
Okay.
Come on,
Let's
buddy.
get some improvements here.
I did some small ones. Okay,
There
okay.
we
that's
go. All right. Got some acrobatics. And awareness.
A little more ambitious, this one.
Big one. Oh, yes.
Oh, nice. That's huge.
Hey.
That is like, if I could pick one that I wanted, it would be that one for sure.
And hunting and fishing. Are you going to improve everything? Oh my gosh.
That would be nice karma for last
Right.
week. Oh, not
Oh,
wait.
it was on that 17.
Oh, well, you can't win them all. I'm pretty happy with that.
Yeah, that was pretty good. That was good. All right, up next we have Brêg.
All right, some bushcraft. All right, that was an easy one. Evade.
Nice.
Hunting and fishing. No.
Darn it.
Right, brawling. Nice. Okay, tackle practice. Yeah.
Oh, shoot.
And nah.
Brawling was a good one. That was good. And again, when you get 1 to 18, you will get a heroic ability. And last but not least, Frostbite. No swords. No crossbows. Oh, bows. Excellent.
And then the two really hard ones.
Oh, Myths and Legends and Evade. No, nope. Evade, if it goes to 18, it's a big one. Oh, yes, yes, yes. Look at that. All right. Free heroic ability for Frostbite. What are you going to take?
I need one that gives me 1 more strength. There's not one out there.
Is there not one?
No, there's nothing that helps you with strength. And unfortunately, at 12, I can't carry a heavy crossbow or a longbow. So
shoot.
Need to find
Because there are abilities that increase stats, aren't there? But there's just not one for strength.
No, there's no abilities.
There's none that do stats.
No.
Hit points and willpower.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Oh, wow.
You want like twin shot? It's your bow, or
I have a hand crossbow, so I don't know if I can do twin shot with a hand crossbow. A bow, not crossbow. So no.
yeah, bow, not crossbow. Sea legs. That's the one that you need. I don't know why, but
if we're going back to Bothel's Load, yeah.
Yeah.
Or
Quartermaster. You successfully or automatically succeed at making camp during journeys, but now we have a tent.
he's not too awful stupid.
Fast footwork is good.
Yeah.
I like that.
Especially with 18 evade, yeah. But
I think I'm going to be stupid because that's what I do.
Or take Weasel.
I said stupid, not mean. I'm going to take Magic Talent, Animism, since we have a tinker.
Nice.
So that gives me another skill.
What is your base intelligence? 13. Is that a 5 or 6?
It could be a 5, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It ain't good, but hopefully it'll get better.
So I think I agree with the salamander that said Brêg and Thaddeus for an ability or for a robust. I think Brêg and Thaddeus, one, risking their lives to save Phineas, but two, the role play for the funeral and just how well and with the bandit, I really like that idea. So I'm okay if Brêg and Thaddeus take a robust. It'll give you 2 extra hit points. It's not game breaking, but it is a nice reward.
Oh, thank you. And they will come in handy the way things have been going.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
As long as we don't fight any more plants, we'll be just fine.
I really hate yard work.
Right?
I hate it even more now.
That's why you just burn it all down. Fire is the answer to yard work. Or weedscape like my yard. All right, well, next time we will finish up the temple and then probably make our way over to the Troll Spire. So next time is going to be some fun exploring, some combat. We actually got the hardest random encounter on here, which was the Briars. So it should be all downhill from here. And then we'll search here, see maybe we can close that portal if we think that that's a good idea. Maybe we leave it open. But we are searching for a piece of the dragon statuette in here. If we do not find it, perhaps it will be found at the Troll Spire. So I am going to go ahead and stop the video, and then I will get this posted tonight, and I will see all of you next Sunday for session 8.